I mean, it is difficult because being an older ARMY, it's, it is difficult. I do go to fan meets with others, but there is an embarrassment to it.
And he's so misunderstood, and I love V.
Hi, welcome to TTK. A month or so ago, we made a video interviewing BTS Twitter fan accounts, and so we decided to continue that trend by talking to BTS ARMY mums. If you're new here, please make sure you press subscribe and also the bell notification button next to it to allow all notifications, and make sure you've got them enabled on your phone. That way you'll know when we go live, post a video and go on the community tab or a story. Are BTS fans all teenage girls?
Hi, I'm Jane.
Hi, I'm Lorraine.
Hi, my name's Stacey.
Hi, I'm Sam and I'm 34.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm just over 50.
Hi, I'm Sheila. My name's Julie. I'm 56.
I'm 64.
I'm Danny. I'm 33.
I'm 36 years old.
Almost 48 years old.
I'm 44 years old. I have 2 children.
I've got 2 children.
And I have one daughter called Jade. She's 14.
And I've got 2 children, 21 and 23.
I've got 2 children, one 23-year-old and one 15.
And I have 1 boy.
And I'm an ARMY.
And I'm Stacey's mum.
And I like BTS. I'm struggling to remember. On the way down I was thinking, what did I do before BTS? What did I listen to?
I listen to classical, like my favourite composer, 𝐉𝐔𝐒𝐻𝐁𝐚𝐧𝐕𝐍 𝐒𝐮𝐺.
So when I was my daughter's age, which is 16, I loved Boy George and Culture Club.
I listen to rap music, sometimes I listen to pop.
I used to go to download quite often, so I used to listen to a lot of rock, like Slipknot, Papa Roach.
Jimi Hendrix. Probably Deep Purple.
The Osmonds, Jackson 5.
Then you've got your Michael Jackson, and then you've got your Guns N' Roses.
I started off listening to K-pop in 2008 with SHINee, and then eventually Big Bang, TVXQ.
But K-pop at the moment seems to be ruling my house, my car, my life.
I started venturing into listening to world music, funny enough, just before I started listening to K-pop, so I kind of felt like I was going to venture over eventually.
Probably about 7-8 years ago I went through a C-pop phase. Bruno Mars, love Bruno Mars.
But yeah, I'm definitely part of it, and it feels like family, and I know some people don't get that, but it really does, and we do look out for each other.
I must admit, being 30, like in my 30s, it feels a little bit odd to say I'm part of the fandom, but I think it goes beyond that. It's sort of like a community.
I feel very connected to ARMYs. Some of my best friends are ARMYs, and I speak to them more than I speak to any of my other friends in real life. I'm on Facebook, but I'm not on anything else, so I don't feel part of that fandom base. But we often, when my husband goes to bed, we're in the living room watching episodes of Run, or what's the one, VIETSUB, or when they go on holiday, Bon Voyage.
I know, I do consider myself to be part of fandom, I think. I keep coming on and off Facebook because it does my head in, to be honest. But when I was on it, I was in a senior ARMY group, and to be honest, it really helped me, being senior, to find other people like myself, because to start with, you start to think you're having some sort of midlife crisis or breakdown and think, why?
I'm only able to properly share it with Courtney at home, because everybody else thinks I'm having a midlife crisis and that I need to get a life. And yeah, my friends are saying I'm too old now to be following boy bands and stuff like that. But when I go on the social media groups and you get to meet other people from those groups, and then you meet up at concerts, and then when you go to another concert and the same people are there, you do create new friendships and new bonds with people.
Because I'm older, I experience it differently as well.
I'd say I'm more of the fandom.
I have made quite a lot of new friends, ARMY friends as well, that I listen to BTS with, but I do listen to a lot of BTS with my son.
I mean, it is difficult because being an older ARMY, it's, it is difficult. I do go to fan meets with others, but there is an embarrassment to it because you're older and you feel like, there's all these young people, but they don't, I actually, at the last fan meet, I won one of the raffle prizes. And when they called out my name, all the youngsters would go, Cheryl, Cheryl. So it was quite sweet.
And you just, you share videos and you share pictures, you share funny memes, and it's just, it's such a lovely feeling, like to go from not really having anything to now being part of this big thing, and you feel accepted.
I've met so many people out of it. It's not just music, it's friendship, it's acceptance as well.
I'm part of a fandom, definitely.
My whole family is into BTS, including the dog, which we didn't realise until we had 𝐿𝐵𝐿 and V doing a cover, and we were playing it through the telly, and the dog howled at a certain point and literally will do it to Q now.
I do. I get some massive stick because of the age that I'm at, and I shouldn't be perving over boys that are in their 20s and in their 18s and all this, but it's not that. It's it's the energy they give, the commitment they give, and the performance that they give that makes you want to go and watch them more. And they work hard. But that's my wristband from the senior army group. At Wembley, we all got together outside, and we had a meeting point at Wembley Stadium on both days, and we all got together, and we had the flag, and everyone was sharing sort of gifts together and networking. We also had on the Facebook group, there was a mum and daughter that were going to the concert, and the mum had hit sort of hard times and was devastated that on the day of the concert she couldn't get her daughter a light stick. So I went on the Facebook group and I set up a fund me thing for all of the army, to anyone wanted to donate. They didn't have to, so we could raise money to buy her a light stick, and we did, and we bought her a light stick and some merchandise on the day.
So because I'm part of this sort of international global community, I've made friends with a lady who lives in the Philippines. Her name is Gay, so hi Gay, and she has a daughter called Louisa, hi Louisa, who's a similar age to my daughter, and we're learning a lot about each other. So we talk about BTS, but we also talk about, she tells me an awful lot about their culture, the way of life over there. And we are, we'll message each other from time to time and support each other in what we're doing. And that was just because of our mutual interest.
I've met so many people and become friends with so many people my age, as well as people who are younger, because of this group.
And what is lovely to me is that the three of us can sit and watch them and enjoy them. And I think that's quite remarkable, for the three generations to do that.
If it gives you happiness, there's so much in the world that is miserable and stressful and just horrible. So when you find joy and happiness, grab it with both hands.
We all sit there. We missed our bus stop once because we were watching Singularity.
We've had some really difficult times, and with the going to the concerts has given us something to really look forward to.
It's really special. It's one of the few things that we have in common. That we get to enjoy the music, enjoy the memes.
It's also brought me and my daughter a lot closer together. So, we will sit there and we will watch like the 𝐕𝐍, or, I brought the Wembley concert off 𝐕𝐍, and we've sat there several times looking at it.
I think it has been a nice bonding experience with my daughter, and obviously it's a bit hard on the bank balance.
With the music with BTS and being able to watch the videos together, spend time together, listening to their music, going to the concerts, collecting merchandise, rearranging the bedroom with countless albums and posters and photo cards and everything else. It's just given us a shared interest.
We love making crafts. We like designing our own things, hence where the t-shirt came into it. So I wanted the concept of Mike Bungee, and as you can see, like the cliff, it's got BTS.
One of my most defining memories that night is sort of turning around, looking at my daughter just in floods of tears, and her face was just really, really lit up. I took her for her 14th birthday, so it was going to be special anyway.
We make BTS silly references together, talk about the band together, so it does help us keep us connected. We are very fortunate anyway to have a very close relationship, and she's a lovely girl, but yeah, it does just help make that a bit more special.
Because he's a boy, he does have other interests in sports and video games, things that I'm not interested in. But to have BTS, it's our own special thing that we could talk about all the time. Just kind of, did you see this today? Did you see that today? It's really nice. It's very special.
And then we've got the album artwork there with the hearts, and there's the mic. So there's my Mike Bungee t-shirt, and at the back I had all their names put in there as well.
If we buy any CDs, which I've been doing recently, we have arguments about who's going to open them. open, who's going to open what one, because we want to have a quick look at the photo card and the books that come with it.
Bonding over that, and you know, all of that came together simply because we have a love for BTS.
She's at that age where obviously it's natural for children and parents to start growing apart and, you know, become secretive. It's a normal part of being a teenager.
So it's really nice actually to have my mum interested as well. And again, you know, we can share things, you know, and I can send her little emails and say, oh, have you seen this? Or it's just lovely to be able to share it with someone who gets it.
It's something that at any point we can talk about, and especially like the past few months, the guys have been putting out so much content. There's always something there.
Yeah, because your father will probably hide them or burn them, so there's no way I'm allowed to keep them in my room.
So it's really nice to be able to share it properly and talk about them, and yeah, it's just lovely.
You know, I've actually thought about this before. I think I would say thank you.
How would you even speak to start off with?
Thank you for what you've done, and that you're incredible.
You've given so much to so many different people.
I think I'd be speechless, but if I had to say something to them, I would say thank you, and please be happy.
감사합니다. Sincerely, thank you.
And I think from a motherly aspect, I would be, are you okay? Have you eaten? Are you resting?
Just give them all a big hug first of all and thank them for what they've done for my daughter, which I know is a cliche. I know you hear it so many times with people of how much they've helped and everything else, but they truly are a beautiful set of human beings.
I would ask them to carry on as long as they want to, but also when they've decided that enough is enough, they have nothing to owe anything to anybody, and you know, just thank you.
They're real. There's something about them that is real, and they're true to themselves that way.
I would say thank you, and I'd want to thank them for bringing worldwide brightness to what sometimes can be a bit dismal world.
You know, we watch them crying, we watch them upset, and some people are like, well, should we see that? But I just think it helps to make them real people.
For allowing me to accept that I don't have to be who I'm told to be, and they spoke to that part of me that just questioned convention, I suppose, and let me becoming who I am.
So that's what I'd say thank you for. They're not hiding, they're being who they are.
Then I say, can you come home? Come home and move in with me and I'll look after you. I completely disagree as young screaming girls.
People of all ages, genders, colours, cultures, it just crosses boundaries completely.
Fans can be screaming teenagers, but fans can also be screaming adults, mothers, grandmothers, fathers, grandfathers.
There was a complete mixture. When we were on the pitch on the second day, there was a couple in front of us that were probably a man and a woman that were probably older than me. And they were screaming and dancing, you know, as much as all the others. So there was a complete mixture there.
It was a really big mix. Obviously there was a lot of teenagers and like a lot of young girls, but I also found there was a lot of adults there as well, and actually quite a lot of boys, men, and that really surprised me.
The youngest I've seen was probably about 6 with her mum. Not many, and I would say the majority are, well over 20.
To be honest, there was a lot of teenage girls, but there was loads of them with their families as well, as in brothers and dads, and they were all into the music. Everybody was a BTS fan at that concert.
It's like, without sounding sexist, it's like most people, when you think of a Korean pop band, you expect the following to be girls. It's the teenagers that, you know,
I found a difference between, we went to see Stray Kids, and at the Stray Kids concert, I definitely felt old, because it was all young girls. But at BTS, not so much.
You can always tell if someone's there because they've been dragged. But no, you actually had these people up singing along to it, even knowing some of the dancers, which I really liked.
I can't put them into a box. I wouldn't want to. We're everywhere.
Just because they're from South Korea doesn't mean that their music can't reach people of all age groups. Michael Jackson can do it. Bruno Mars can do it.
You can see how big we are. Why would you want to limit us? Like, don't try and limit us. We're so much more than that. And if the teenagers want to scream, let them. Come on, look at them. Look at them. Why wouldn't you? They're amazing.
Tons of screaming, but not from teenage girls necessarily, young ones anyway.
But yeah, we exist, and we don't have to be acknowledged, but don't pick on the teenagers. That's not fair. We were all teenagers.
We were at Paris and I saw this man with a suit on.
Yes, there were. Yeah, when we were in Paris, there was a man with a suit. He looked like he's just come out the office, and he walked straight into the BTS concert by himself. He must have been in his 40s.
I struck up conversation with other ladies my age and older, who were just as much a fan as they were also sharing with their daughters or their friends.
I don't have social media or anything, but my daughter tells me that there is a small band of Silver Army. Much older people like me.
I must say, I did feel quite excluded, and I did feel quite like I'm here for my daughter, it's not really about me. And then I think it was the second day at Wembley, and Sugar said that he'd seen so many diverse ages, nationalities, and he said, and it's all good. And I thought, you know what? It is all good.
If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you give it a like and also hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button next to it to make sure you allow all notifications. Thank you for watching. Let us know down below, are you an army mum? Is your mum army mum? Are you an army dad? How would they have answered this question? How would you answer these questions? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.